Today we're going to talk about 10 free tools that you can use to help you make more money online. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about 10 free sites that you can use as guides that will definitely help make you more money. Let's hop over right now and show you exactly what we're talking about now. So today we are talking about sites that you can use to identify your items. I picked out 10 of the best ones that are all free, nothing you have to do. Now, a few of these sites, you can only look up so many items a day for free. After that, you would need to pay, and then it would be like a monthly service. It's kind of like Worth Point, some of these sites. But for the most part, you shouldn't have any problem using these. Do 10 or 15 a day and then come back another day and another day. It's not a big ordeal. These are free again. These are guides that will tell you what everything is. They'll be able to help you with pricing, with grading, and the whole works. The first one here is PMG. Now this site, and you can see the address up there, is for paper money. And this company will slab and grade them professionally as well, but they offer a free service. Now you have to understand certain aspects of the material you're looking up to be able to properly search it though. So just keep that in mind. Like on this page here, you have to know what kind of money you are looking for. Many people will get confused on this because there's different types on here. Now, the modern currency are Federal Reserve notes. So if it's not under there, it's probably older than that too. Now, many people might mix up some of the searchabilities when they're doing this, but it breaks down everything. Most of them have pictures on them as well, so you can track down the reserve, the series, all kinds of stuff on it as well. Now, there's different sizes of even Federal Reserve notes, so you'll have to know whether it's a large one or not. A large one will be bigger than the ones that we have out right now. Now, other notes that you will see are United States notes. I see people looking up, thinking that's what they're going to find. Now, if we look up a dollar bill from United States notes, you're going to get something totally different. It breaks them down by every single category that they made bills for. Treasury notes, their silver certificates, gold certificates. They're broken down by small, fractional, and the whole works. This site is the bomb for being able to tell what everything is in the paper money. And you can look up any country, not just the U.S. So if you got a bill from somewhere else and you want to figure out what it is and you can't date it because it's not in English, all you got to do is use this site. Now, the price range on here are standard price ranges for the condition. These are standard prices that you will find in a paper money guide or book or anything else, and what is used on eBay. Same thing basically for coins, pneumatics in general, currency and money and coins. They all basically grade the same way. This is an awesome site. Again, it's free. All of these sites are free. Most people don't even think about this. With eBay, you may only find certain items, certain years, certain things on the platform, but this has everything. If it was made and printed by a country as official notes, and even some that aren't official notes will still be in here. You will be surprised at what you find on here. Sometimes it's fun just to go through here and look and find a new area or a new country and just kind of take a look at it in all honesty. Now, here's another great one. This is stampworld.com. This is another one. This is the most complete stamp catalog in the world. You can sort it down however you wish. Let's go to the catalog and just show you. It's going to give you the numbers. It's going to give you the year. It's going to give you whatever you want to find on here. They're all separated by their location. So let's pick North America. And it's a little easier then because you can sort it straight down to United States. And then from here, it's got all of the possessions, everything that you could imagine, early postmaster issues, the whole works. Let's look up Hawaii. And it's going to have Hawaii when it was its own country as well. It goes way back since now it's part of the U.S., so anything prior to this is going to be included in there too. Now, if you can't find a price on eBay, once you figured out what it is to verify and to make sure that's what they're going for, you find another item that you can find a price from, and then compare the price from eBay to the price for that other item, and you can judge it from there. Now, most of the price ranges are very accurate from my opinion, so if the price is high on here, it's usually going to be high on eBay or any of the other platforms like Hip Stamps that do sell stamps. This is the one I use when I don't feel like digging out a book. It's really simple. It's on my favorite places as well. It lists pretty much everything the entire time of the Hawaiian stamp era. I do have stamps in my own personal collection, including Hawaiian ones. Those in Patreon, my Patreon page, you got to see some of those. So this is just an awesome site. It breaks it down all across the board for any type of U.S. stamp. Now the next one is for coins, and I actually have two different ones. It's just your opinion on which one you like better. This is PCGS Price Guide, and the other one is NGC. Now, NGC allows you to look by picture, so if you don't know what they're called, or you just want to be quick about it, you can just pick something on here, and then it'll break it down from there by the eras, by the dates. So if we just look at early dimes here, it's going to break those down as well. Now, I personally don't like the way the pages look, how they display it here. One good thing, though, if you're a coin buyer, you can look here for it, and you can click right over to eBay to look at eBay items as well. Again, this is ngccoin.com. Now, the other one here, I really like better. You just pick the ones you want, nickel-type coins. You can pick by coin type, by pretty much any aspect of it you want. I like the way this sets it up more so than the other one, in all honesty. You can sort it by different grades, so if you want to knock off the high grade, since that's not what you have, you don't have to worry about it at all. Again, it's your preference. PCGS.com is this site here, but this is the one that I use the most. Again, I just like the way it's set up. I like the price change so you can see things. Most of these have a account you can set up as well and save things in. Again, free is the key word here. Now here's another good one I've talked about before, cigarlabelpriceguide.com. And you can just pick a name of a label from a cigar box, alphabetically wise, and then slide on through here. Now once you pick a letter from the alphabet, it's going to have a scroll down here. Now this site has been under construction on and off, and right now it's having an issue load. Even if the photos don't load, basically you look up the name that's written on the label. That's all you got to do, and slide down till you find what it is, and then there's a physical description of what it shows on the label. So whether there's a picture or not, this works great. This is one of the best sites for labels that I can find. Now one thing I can say though, most of the prices on here aren't accurate by what you would get on eBay. Most of the time you get much lower than what it says on some of these. Not all of them. You just have to research it on Terapeak through eBay to make sure. If you can't find it though, judge by other ones that are the same price and see what those are selling for on eBay. That's what I usually do. I'll pick one that I know that's sold for a certain price on eBay, or several of them, and then I'll double check what the prices are on here and use that comparison to match the ones that I found. Now the prices are also separated on here by whether it's an inner label or an outer label. The smaller label, the little small ones, are the outer label. The inner label are the full-size image that covers the entire inside of the box. The boxes are meant to be open to display them. So that's why the inside artwork is bigger and better than the outside. The outside is where the box was shipped from. The labels may get damaged or dirty or dingy. The inside label always was good, again, because they close it down at the end of the day. Now this next one is the online red line guide. This is for red lines by Hot Wheels, and it breaks them down by year. You can also break them by alphabetical wise. It's got a bunch of different things here. So you can do color guides, wheel guides, promos. Now let's just pick a year. Let's pick the first year that they came out. It's going to break them down, all of the ones that came out in this year. Now there's going to be color variations on some of these as well. Now all around, this is a fairly good site. It lists the names of all of them. So if you don't know a name or whatever the case may be, or aren't sure on something, you can track down when it came out. That way you can tell on the red line specifically. Now there's Hot Wheels sites all over the place. This is just one I use, and then from here I take names and the year it came out and then pop that on eBay. With this site too, you can tell which wheels should it have and all of that sort of thing too. It has information on the copyright notices also. So with this site you can pretty much narrow down anything you want on it. Again, there's other sites you can use. This is the one I usually use, and I always use eBay for the prices themselves. Let's look at the wheel guides here. This breaks down the wheels specifically all the way across and tells you what they should be, how they should look in the whole works. There's a big difference to them. They even show them on vehicles of the era as well. So This site gives you a lot of information. There's also a color guide so you can tell what color you have. This is one of the biggest things here is the color guide. Now this just covers red lines, don't forget though. So if you want newer ones, which do carry some value as well, you want to go to one of the other sites also. But this is the one, I'm always looking for the red lines. Red lines carry usually the most money, so this is a great source for that type of information. Now for most any books, I just go to Abe Books. This is a great site. You can track it down. They even tell you how to find the value of the books. Basically, it's going to show you people that are selling the books in a certain range. Most of these people aren't, flexible with the pricing, so that's the price. And you can find dozens of the same book to give you a real good idea on the price for ones, again, you can't find on eBay. This is usually my best source for that type of thing. It's really simple. Author's name, title. You can add some other information as well, like publisher or something, or date. So really good source here. Gives you some information too. Once you find the book that you're looking for, you can see other versions of that book, such as the first edition. And if you check on those pages, it's going to tell you what the first edition should or shouldn't have. As I've talked about it before, like on Stephen King books and things like that, some first editions will have certain letters, certain things that are printed in the book that will only be in the first edition. And this is one of the best sources for finding that type of information out. Just go to one of the pages that has a first edition up, and then you can go from there. These are book people that are only going to be selling these. These are just book prices. So these people know what they're doing. You can sort them as well in many different ways once you're on here. This is free. Now here's another one that I've talked about. This is realpriceguides.com/golden. Now they have other price guides, but the golden one is the one that I use from these folks here. The rest of them are pretty much irrelevant in some areas, pricing and structure like that. Now I have shown this one before. I do have a little golden book video out just on them. It'll tell you, how to tell the first edition on here. It gives you dates, numbers, and value on every one. It tells you which one should have puzzles and all of that sort of thing. Lots of information here. They're broken down. You can easily sort through little golden books without any problem whatsoever. Now for comic books, I mostly just use eBay and my own common knowledge for these. Most comic books you can find prices on. Now, I have Overstreets, and I do look at Overstreets as well. I do keep a current copy, the current edition, in-house. Now, I run across enough comic books to make it worth my while. It depends on your take on that. Now, there's other sites that cover graded comics, and you can check out how many graded and all that sort of thing exists, how many of each grade, to know if maybe you have the highest grade in existence. That usually is something that will add to the price. Now this is comicspriceguide.com. Now this is good for oddball titles and things like that. I use this for a quick reference on telling who the artist is on the cover. Things along that line. Cover artist, if you get the right one, like a Batman comic with a Bob Kane cover, can go for more money than any of the other ones in many cases. Bob Kane, one of the creators of Batman, if you're unaware of that. Let's say you have a damaged comic book and you can't tell what issue it is. You can sort them down by photo real easily on here. There's many other things you can do with this and sort it down in general. There is some pricing structures. You can create an account and mark ones that you have and all that sort of thing as like a guide of your own. Very interesting site if you're into comic books. Now this next one, hands down, is the best one for hallmarks on silver and gold items, without a doubt. This is just the bomb for things like this. It has world marks, American marks, British marks, all kinds of marks that you can break down in all kinds of different ways. So you pick what you're looking for and you can break it down from here. Let's pick out American marks. Main menu is where you start out, or at least I do, and then I can sort down there alphabetically wise for whatever else I may be looking for. Let's pick G. Gorham's another company that you're going to find in here. It has pictures of every one of the hallmarks that are known in the regular books. No need to ever buy a book with this site. It's 925-1000.com. Best site, I'm telling you, hands down. If you find old silver, this is where you need to go to figure out what it is. I have not found a piece that I couldn't identify from the site. It gives you date marks in the whole works, from like British hallmarks, maker's marks, where they were made, date, city, town, everything you could imagine on here. In very simple terms, it tells you how to read all of the touch marks, the hallmarks that you will find on early British ones. Now, I love silver. I pick it up all the time. I use this site constantly, weekly. Every single week I'm on this site at some point. And lastly, one of my favorites, everybody knows I'm into music, is Pop Psych. Pop Psych is a great site. Even if you don't have an account, you can search, I think, like 15 or 20 different albums or records each day. You know, most people don't buy a ton of records like me. I have a paid account. Now, I think this is a Swiss site. It's like $36 a year, I think, converted from their currency is what I pay for this. Well worth the money for an entire year of this. I search records weekly as well. Many times it'll be every day of the week I'm on this platform digging up a price or making sure on a record of some sort. This site works great. Now, the prices you'll see on here from 10 plus years in many cases, so you can see whether the prices are going up or down on any specific record that you're looking for. These are all current. They've got great prices. The minute it goes off eBay, it's added onto here. They pull off ones that are irrelevant after a certain point as well. This is a great place for records. I go to 3 or 4 other sites as well in some cases, but for most people, this is all you will ever need is Pop Psych. If you find that you're doing records constantly, it's really worth the $18 or so for every 6 months, in my opinion. I don't get a dime from these people, but this is one that I have paid for years. More than a decade, I have paid for Pop Psych. So these 10 sites will make you more money than you will ever imagine because you'll be able to properly ID them as well as price them in most cases. Like for stamps or coins, for an example. There's so many different factors that can change how it's priced, and it gives you all of the explanations on these sites that I just showed you on how to tell the difference and how to value them based on the exact variety or type or style you have. But that's what I have for you today. Well, there we are. Hopefully that gave you some ideas and some thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit that bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Godzilla, Ebirah, and Mothra in one of the most explosive action pictures ever to hit the screen. From the depths of the ocean comes the most terrifying horror of the deep. From within the mountain caves comes the dreaded monster Godzilla. See the most titanic battle ever screened when the monster of the deep challenges the mighty Godzilla.